All right, well, shit, you're gonna throw me on the spot like this. It's gonna be just like last time. You didn't give
Why?
me a
Oh,
countdown this time.
hey.
Do you
I
want a
need a
countdown?
fucking
Do you want a
countdown.
countdown? I can give you a
No.
countdown. No, 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 no,
Why?
no, 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 no,
Oh,
no, no,
hey
no, no, no,
there.
no, 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 no. You ready? You ready? And in five.
Why, oh, hey there. It's the single file line coming at you with episode 3 this time. Going strong 3 weeks in a row. We're, starting it off right, not missing a week.
What's up,
Almost.
y'all?
Yeah. We're killing it so far. Assuming that this goes up on Saturday and I don't fuck something up tonight. I'm scared
Believe
now, dude.
Computer issues, hopefully,
I believe in you.
I'm actually
Right,
scared now,
computer
bro. I gotta knock on some wood. But
I got you.
first off, as we always do, the music, or as we've done for one episode, the music. This is gonna
One
be
and a
number
half.
2. We're making it a tradition. Don't worry, like it's building. So we all picked songs last week. Some of us listened to those songs this week, and now we're gonna talk about those songs and then pick new songs, and then all of us are gonna listen to those songs because I learned from my mistakes. So I guess the first song that's written down on my little notepad over here is Lane's song.
Reindeer
Reindeer
games that you spelled wrong in the description of the last video.
I
That
did,
was you-
I did,
yeah.
I did. It's whatever
Yeah.
though. But
I had
reindeer
trouble
games.
finding it because of that.
How
Not really.
there's no way. So I want to start off by saying though, I did pretty bad. I kind of like tried to cram the songs in, and I was listening to them back to back on stream with a bunch of people just like talking in my ear, both times. But I listened to the songs a couple times and kind of heard them. So what I have to say about Lane's song is, as far as like lyrically, same thing with Nick's. As far as lyrically, I'm not quite sure what went on. So I'm just gonna talk sound wise.
Mine
Right?
was more abstract than Nick's, but continue.
Well, I'm just like I don't know what went on because like a bunch of people were talking and shit. You know, I was listening
as far
on
as
stream.
not even hearing it, I thought you meant like
yeah.
actual like.
So
making
I'm just
something out
going
from
like
the
based
lyrics.
off
Fair.
what the song sounds like, kind of
Yeah.
thing. It's definitely the kind of I'm gonna listen to them. Like,
Oso is great. Mom Jeans was literally like, when we were forming our band, a year and a half ago, we really liked Oso. We just like put on their records and like sit down and do their thing and
it's
they'd,
definitely the kind of
they'd-
music I listen to. So I will give it some more listens, 100%. But
Yeah.
I like the song. I like the sound of the song at least, and I'll learn it as we go.
2018 emo lives.
It's good, dude. I like it. The
Was
music
that
video is
did
pretty
that
cool.
come out in 2018?
Yeah, it's a 2018 song.
Really, that's relatively new. It's actually really new. Nick, what you think
Uh,
about it?
I actually didn't think it was that bad. I'm also not really gonna go into the lyrics too much because I did it like way earlier this morning and I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. So I don't remember lyrics from either of your guys' song very well, but I did actually enjoy it a little bit. Like I don't think I would add it to a playlist of my own,
I
but
would.
if it was on, I would listen to it
Yeah.
and not
Like I
bitch too
said
hard.
last week, it's an easier listen for sure.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
So I give it 2 thumbs up, straight up.
I'd give it one
Yes.
thumbs up and one like sideways.
Since
thumb.
neither of you guys hit on the lyrics, it's abstract enough that different people will probably get different meanings from it, which is kind of nice in a song if you can write a song in such a way that still makes sense and you
I
can
was
draw
getting
something
kind
from
of a
it that's different.
relationship vibe.
It's 100% based around a relationship, and you can draw
He's
whatever
stuck in
conclusions
it
you
kind
want
of thing.
from it.
I
You
don't
can
know.
draw whatever conclusions that you want from it. Read the lyrics. It's kind of an interesting poetic kind of setup that they got going over there. Their songwriting is really really interesting, and I don't know. It sounds like maybe they stuck in it, or I don't know. She talks the chorus is about her wrapping him in her claws. So
Yeah.
like take what you want from that,
That was
right?
awesome.
Like not going away from her, maybe being like restricted by her or something like that. It's like relationship issues of sorts, and it's really really well written.
Yeah, 2 thumbs up, 2 thumbs up. So, yeah, I like your song. We can move on to the next song. So the next one I have written down was my song, Sailor's Prayer by Devil Wears Prada. What anybody want to comment on this
I'll let
song?
Nick go first because Nick, my man.
Okay, so it kind of gave me a little bit of a Day to Remember vibe. Like screaming wise, everyone who may not know, I hate screaming music that like they scream a lot for the most part. I like A Day to Remember, and I actually kind of like this song too. I thought the lyrics were well written because I actually looked at them a little bit more.
Did
I
you see the
listened
music
to.
video?
I did not see the video. Sorry,
I
I
would
just looked it up on
recommend it.
Apple Music, honestly.
Yeah, I would recommend it.
I listened to it about 4 or 5 times, and each time I was like, I could probably jam to this. I mean, it's a good song. I like the yeah, I dug it. That's all I got to say.
I'm about it. I have always liked The Devil Wears Prada. But I don't know, when it comes down to it, like a lot of those dudes like have a cookie cutter hardcore formula that's dope. It's great to mosh to and go to Vans Warped Tour, and it's fucking great. Like I'm down with the formula, and some people do the formula really badly. Like you'll find some hardcore bands where it's like, you're trying something there, but it's not coming together, right? Like there's every now and then you'll find that The Devil Wears Prada is not one of those bands like almost in any of their songs. They always do the formula to a T, and they're fucking really talented.
Well, they're also one of those bands that kind of like, you know, they've like, I wouldn't say softened up, but they have. Like they're a little more mainstreamy sound, I guess.
I will say this song
it used to be more
deathcore,
deathcore, like
back
in the day.
I will say this song we listened to is way harder than most of anything A Day to Remember does. It's just like the breakdowns and the amount of distortion and drive in the guitars and the amount of drop D that they play compared to A Day to Remember, and there's a lot of hardcore elements in The Devil Wears Prada that aren't always present. Like you'll listen to a song like Homesick or one of their lighter songs, A Day to Remember.
Homesick's real fast, but it's
but it's not like heavy like screamo, and then in the same way it is fast. But it goes around like a major chord progression and it's happy sounding at the end of the day. It's sad and it's a little sad. It's actually a little sad, but
it's a sad song.
It's a major chord progression regardless, which makes it happy to your ear as far as how it sounds and the music going through your head, right? That doesn't happen in a lot of Devil Wears Prada. It's a lot of just really heavy drop D power chords where A Day to Remember mixes in a open chord every now and then.
So can you guys do me a solid real quick? What is deathcore exactly? Like describe it a little bit for me.
Like deathcore?
Is that what you said?
Like straight deathcore.
I think the best way to explain it is hear it.
Yeah. So you know the song I gave last week, Sleepwalking?
Yeah.
That's not deathcore. Don't.
Right.
But I would recommend looking up the album. There's plenty of deathcore bands out there that are super good. You know, old Devil Wears Prada.
Recommend any.
Chelsea Grin is fucking amazing.
Yeah,
still going. But I would really recommend my favorite, dude. Like back in the day, 2007, the album "Count Your Blessings" by Bring Me the Horizon. Like Ollie had the best fucking voice before he fucked it up in deathcore. Like listen to the song "Off the Heezy" or "Pray for Plagues" or Medusa or any of those off that album, dude. Like that's straight deathcore.
Sound like dark ass songs.
They're so good. And they're really well written, dude. Like Braille and Off the Heezy, Liquor and Love Lost. Like everything's so good on that album.
Yeah, I'm not knocking anything.
Dude, you're naming all these songs, and my middle school is just flashing.
And dude, I mean, this is still shit in my playlist, like on the daily, dude. I mean, I love Count Your Blessings. Is one of my favorite albums of all time. I just love his voice, dude. Throughout that whole album, that's my favorite vocals, like in deathcore history. He's so good.
But yeah, all in all, I like the song. I'm really about it. I like the lyrics, really, really well written. Bring down to the very end of the song where he's talking about what the sailor's prayer actually is, and it was very, very well done. I approve of most of what The Devil Wears Prada does.
Yeah.
It's my only gripe with it is that it kind of fits within the same kind of bubble formula.
That's what they did with this album. The album 818, I believe, is what it's called. Yeah, it's definitely has that more normal sound to it. But we got one more song. Right. We got We got Nick's song, Flatline by
Yeah,
Dizzy
That's
Wright.
so corny. Dizzy Wright.
And
ain't
again,
Dizzy wrong.
I tried to stuff it back to back to back with Lane's song while I was
Yeah.
streaming.
Yeah.
To
That's
be
a little bit
honest,
of a change of vibe.
I mean, I went back to back to back to back. To be honest,
Yeah.
I listened to Lane's song more. Not gonna lie, just because like I like the sound of it. But Dizzy, is definitely one of the better rappers that I like. I wouldn't say better, but I like his sound more than a lot of like other rappers that I've heard, at least. Because I mean, I like him. He's one of the few rappers I've seen live, and he was super fun. Like, he was super cool. He was super good, and I like him. I like most of the music he puts out. It usually sounds pretty good. I couldn't tell you a ton about the song, but it sounded good, and I could listen to it. Yeah, it wasn't like this shit mumbly bullshit that I can't understand. Like, it was good.
The
I liked
mumbly
it.
bullshit has its place, but
It does, but not in my playlist.
fair enough. I liked it too. If you're gonna show me one rapper from Funk Volume, or what was Funk
Former
Volume?
Funk Volume.
Yeah,
Right.
former Funk Volume. It's gonna be Dizzy, right? Like, out of everyone in that group, Dizzy was consistently my favorite. I still didn't listen to him much, but anytime I would listen to him, be like, oh yeah, I dig that. Whereas, I don't know, Hobson and others, I wasn't always a super big fan of all the time.
I feel
Chris-
like all of the artists from former Funk Volume, they all have their own purpose. And
Yeah.
for me personally, I like the faster flows. So that's when I would go to Hobson or Jaren. If I was looking for something more chill or even just like introspective, I would go with Dizzy.
Jaren was my second, because a lot of times Jaren could be introspective and fast-paced.
That's true. He did have a lot of
well written
underrated
and whatnot.
tracks. Yeah.
He's probably my second there. But regardless, this song was very well done. I'm a fan of it as far as like an overall high level. I approve. It was cool to think about, like, I don't know, what you would gain from a moment of death. Like, that's the whole idea of the song, right? You flatline for a moment, and you hear all these like religious stories of people coming back, like, oh, what'd you see when you were dead, or whatever. Like, that's what the songs are written about, and that's kind of the idea behind it, or the emotion that it was written from, probably. And that's a cool idea. I think one or two like bars, similes, he kind of strays, and it's just like, why? What was the point of that? It wasn't cringe bars in any means. Like, it wasn't like sounding bad, but it was just like, that was cool. You do that. That was pointless. If I had the lyrics up, I could give a specific.
It was just filler lyrics,
a couple filler lyrics here or there. But overall, like, as a whole, very well done song, very great idea. I like the fact that it was driven by an idea, right? There was like a purpose behind it.
Did you guys happen to catch the video for it?
Yes.
I did.
Yeah.
I mean, like, yes and no. Like, I had it open, and I saw parts of the video, yes.
Okay. I thought the video was pretty cool. But, I mean, me personally, I'm not even going to lie. I wasn't super prepared for last week's episode, so I just kind of threw out a song I had heard recently. That is not, like, the first Dizzy song I would show anyone. I just thought it sounded good. It sounds really good in the car. Like, even with my stock-ass speakers.
Yo, you can't talk about music sounding good in the car without some subs. I listened to that song today. You need to get yourself some subs. I'm just telling you right now.
I know I need subs, but my car's speakers can bump. All right.
No, I've heard so many dumbasses say that, dude. I'm sorry.
I don't mean bump.
Your speakers do not bump. I don't care how nice your speakers
Dude,
are.
I remember John Gary had a Corolla, and he blew the speakers, like the stock speakers in that thing, bro. Yes.
Dude, I'm just saying.
So you'll say that and say that and say that, and then you'll get... I had a 12-inch sub in my car with a 500-watt amp, which isn't even that crazy a setup. It's a pretty modest setup. And when I was driving away from the Best Buy after getting it installed, I was legit concerned for my health listening to that sub. It's the first time you, like, feel a sub full blast in a tiny car like that. It's like, oh, fuck. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it. I get it now. My speakers did not bump.
Well, relatively, from what I've heard in other cars. Like, I work at a car dealership.
Just trust me. It's an enjoyable experience.
Yeah, but, like, you work at a car dealership with stock, like...
I mean, they have, like, Bose and shit, too, and it sounds comparable to Bose. So.
I have Bose. I have two Bose subs in my car right now. They're shit. I had a real sub in my last car. Not shit. Trust me, there's a huge difference.
Fair.
There is.
I'm just saying it sounds good regardless of what you.
But before we fade off the topic of the music real quick, let's state our songs for the next week.
Almost forgot.
Yeah,
Shit.
we need to state our songs. So does anybody want to go first?
Y'all can go.
Sure.
All right, I will go. All right, so I'm gonna go with a classic. All right, I told Nick the band yesterday. He couldn't figure it out. It's going to be My Chemical Romance. All right, I'm wearing the shirt right now. Yeah, My Chemical Romance, man. Classic. Is off the Black Parade, but the song I'm going with is called Cancer. All right.
Dude, I didn't listen to that, but I was in Spotify the other day in the Emo Forever playlist, which I sometimes will frequent. I can't lie. And at the very bottom is that song. And I was just scrolling through it and I saw it, didn't play it.
Have you
ever
heard that song?
I might have, but I don't remember it off the top of my head.
Super good song. Like
I very well might have. It was a popular song back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And
21 Pilots did a cover of it.
I really well might know it. I don't know it off the top of my head, though.
I used to like MCR a little
super
bit.
Good song.
A few songs here and there.
Have to throw a classic in there, man. So that's my song, Cancer.
Cool. Well, I guess I can go next.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Mine's an actual classic. And by actual classic, I'm not saying My Chemical Romance is bad by any means, but it's just My Chemical Romance was like classic of like
2000s,
of the 2000s, right?
Yeah, when I was a kid.
I'm gonna go with the Nirvana song.
Yeah.
Which is an actual.
I wasn't
classic,
alive.
Right?
I'm talking about my
I'm doing this because I specifically remember one instance when me and Nick were talking, where I was talking about the music that I grew up listening to, like Pink Floyd, Nirvana, Rolling Stones, that kind of stuff. The shit that my dad would bump in the car as we're coming home. Red Hot Chili Peppers a lot too.
Did he have a sub?
True.
Because if not,
he did not have
bump
a sub, unfortunately. But I remember after saying this, these are all great bands. I grew up with these bands, listened to a lot of their music. I got called a poser because I liked Nirvana.
I remember that.
I was posing by liking Nirvana, and that I didn't actually like
wrong with Nirvana. Nirvana's like
amazing. So Nirvana to me is like what really got me into like more hardcore grungy music, because Nirvana is not hardcore in the slightest, but they are grunge. They started the grunge movement, and that's like in the wedge pushing towards hardcore music, right? He has a really raspy voice. He plays pretty heavy music, and it definitely has influence in the hardcore scene, right? Mm-hmm. So I kind of accredit it with me kind of getting me ready with a harder sense of music, and it got me into that kind of scene a little bit more. So to this day, I still jam Nirvana all the time. My song is Nirvana Heart-Shaped Box, which I hope Dakoteh would know. Mm-hmm. You might have heard it. I don't know if you know it off the top of your head.
I definitely heard the title. I don't know if I've actually heard the song.
You might have heard it on the radio one time because it's a very popular song.
Yeah, my boss listens to a bunch of old ass rock. So
You really might have heard it. It's a popular song.
Yeah,
but I want you to listen to it. I want you to read the lyrics because it's a really, really well written love song about Courtney Love's pussy.
Yeah, the way that was worded, the face that you put with that sentence was just, I loved it. Nice. That's how I need to say pussy every time. Okay, I'm down with Nirvana. Nick?
All right, so I think the word classic is very subjective. So
I swear to God.
However you look at it, I'm just gonna throw out a classic too, in my opinion. So this is a quote-unquote SoundCloud rapper, or two, actually. And basically the point of this song, I think it sounds good. That's why I'm mainly doing it. I like their flows. I want you guys to pay attention to their flows on the song. And I want you guys to pay attention to... They have some pretty interesting lyrics, like punchlines and shit. So my song is Off the Wall by XXXTENTACION and Ski Mask the Slump God. And it's entertaining. I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
In my opinion, I love it.
All right. So these are our songs. We can shift past music for this week.
Let's do it
and get on into other things. So first of all, I just want to bring up one thing really quickly. All right. So you guys I'm sure you guys know that I have a thing for the bathroom at my work.
Oh yeah.
I love the
Yeah,
bathroom
story.
because I never get to visit it all the time. And I've told you guys a bunch of stories about what's happened at my work, just a bunch of bullshit. I know you know Nick, just a bunch of just like stupid ass shit. So there's another new thing that popped up that I just wanted to mention real quick, you know. So I went into the bathroom the other day. Any normal day, you know, I just went into the bathroom, and you know the seats on the toilets, right? They go up and down. You have it up if you're pissing, you have it down if you're taking a shit, right? So okay, so the one in my house is like a full circle, right? But the one like these public bathrooms, it's like a V, right? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So you see this V right here? Somebody broke it, so it's like half a V. Like it's like they took a quarter of it off. You know what I mean? How? Like I mean, this is like this thick, like this porcelain.
Yeah.
Like how the fuck do you break that? And
why? Where's the broken off piece?
Yeah, I didn't see it. So I saw it in the bathroom, and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna have to work with this. So I did what I do, you know, and then I went back into work, and I am one of the shift leads, and I was like, do you know that the toilet seat's broken? And he's like, yeah, someone broke it last night. I don't even know, man. So I don't. The next day it was completely replaced, but like I'm serious, like this, it's like that thick, like this porcelain.
Dude, how does someone have that violent of a shit? Like,
no, they actually had the shit so bad that they sat down so hard and fast that it just snapped.
No, honestly, they were probably like flipping it up super hard or something. And,
probably might be pissed off, like, fuck,
like
man, like,
the dude flipped the table, like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I just thought I should bring that up because there's always some dumbass shit going on at my work, and I mean, what could be dumber
I'm
than
always
a broken?
down with Dakoteh work stories,
dude. Yeah, what could be dumber than a broken toilet seat? Like, who the fuck does that? Right?
that is weird.
But at least it got replaced in one day or whatever. That's not.
Yeah, it got replaced in one day. They did it like that, like super quick. So, I mean, whatever. But I had to sit on it once, bro, and I was scared that I was gonna get like porcelain in my leg, but I was fine. Yeah.
I thought that might have been where the story was going. I thought you were gonna like say you stood up.
No, I just wanted to throw out there that somebody broke a toilet seat because that's something I've never seen in my life.
That is weird. That is an interesting.
Yeah, I just thought it was a weird point. I mean, I have another topic we can move into. I just want
to
bring
I have a topic that I kind of want to ask, dude. Nick, so you said we're selling the Rolla. What are we getting?
Yeah, it's a leased car, right? So for those of you who don't know, Nick has a Corolla.
So we're getting rid of the Rolla.
Yeah.
What are we getting?
I don't know, dude. I'm gonna have to go with another low, or high gas mileage, fucking just point A to point
EcoBoost
B
Mustang.
car.
With a manual.
EcoBoost Mustang.
Dude, I can't drive a Mustang. I can't drive a rear-wheel drive car in Ohio in the winter. It's not happening.
Yeah,
dude, right? Have you ever driven?
Then get a Subaru. Can we get a Subaru?
Oh,
why not?
Subarus are dope.
I just don't.
Well, you get a Ford Focus.
I know. Okay,
Ford Focus.
Ford Focus is a really solid option. Yes.
Dude, so I've driven a few Focuses from our used car lot, and that thing can go sometimes.
Oh yeah, dude. Focus. Like, have you ever been to Focus RS?
Yeah. That's the one.
Yeah, that's
pretty. Yeah.
Like the STs, like any of the higher end Focuses.
Yeah. Fun.
Even just like the base model Focus, bro. You can like you can spin the tires in that motherfucker. The front wheel drive base model, like. But you can get those fucking.
To answer your question though, I honestly have no idea what I'm getting yet. It's just gonna be something.
Well,
something cheap. Excuse me.
Well, to respond to your answer, you need to start thinking, my friend, and get a manual.
Hey man, I have 5 months.
There's plenty of manual Focuses, man.
This is true.
Yeah,
I have to finish learning how to drive a manual first.
Dude,
I can
you
go
buy
forward,
the car and then you learn. That's how you
you
learn. Because it's like shit. I can't go anywhere unless
me.
I fucking learn. So you fucking learn, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Dude, somebody I worked with.
Mistake.
Somebody I worked with about a year ago at my current job. He left or he got fired or quit or some variation. It was a sketchy situation at the end. But he said he actually learned how to drive stick off the lot of, like, he bought a GT Mustang manual, I believe.
Here you go.
And
that's how it's done.
He taught himself on his way home.
I feel like I could do that. Like, I know what buttons to press. It's just getting the feel for them, because that's a whole different thing.
It's all about feeling out the clutch.
Yeah, the clutch is the hard part for
it's
everyone.
It's a feel, right? I haven't never felt it.
And there's certain cars that are much easier to drive than others. Mustangs are really easy to drive, dude.
Right.
Really
The first
easy to drive.
stick I ever tried to drive and successfully didn't stall was actually a 17 vet. So
Fair enough.
but it basically drove
I feel like
itself,
that
you
would
know.
be a stiffer clutch than my car.
Definitely.
It basically drove itself, honestly.
But
I
I
don't
could
know if
also
it is-
see it
Fair
being
enough.
pretty easy too. So I don't know.
I mean, it has so much power, it just coasts.
Cool. I just wanted to raise that topic because
Yeah,
wanna know.
I vote for the Focus. Honestly, I
I
like
vote
that
for the
suggestion.
Focus as well.
I vote for
I'm
the
down with the
Focus, dude.
Focus.
The Focuses are sick, bro.
As
I'm
we
gonna
get closer to
send
that
you a
time,
few
I'll keep the
pictures. I got
Remasted.
some buddies with Focuses.
Dude, get a G37 stick, or G35. G35 is probably within your range.
Don't
I
even
would
look
get
at
a
G's.
Nissan before I get
Look
a
at
Infiniti.
Z's.
Do get a Z. I'm down with the Z. Get a 350. That's well within your price range.
350,
Yeah,
bro.
That is, dude.
I don't have that much money. You see, I'm in college, and yeah.
350s
I can't
are pretty
imagine a
cheap right
Z.
now.
Yeah, I can't imagine a Z costing more than a Rollo, really.
Yeah, 350s are pretty cheap. If you get a 350, don't go for a 370.
350Z.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's the difference.
Get a
Yeah,
370 would be closer to like a GT Mustang type range, right?
Nah.
Faster.
Lower?
What do you mean
They're-
faster? A 370 is not
Faster-
faster than a
Yeah, that's
Coyote.
what the fuck.
Not a 50 is not. Yeah. It's
GT
not faster
Mustang
than
is what he
50.
said.
Yeah.
It's faster than the V6 by a fair bit.
We'll see, but
I don't know.
he's talking price.
Yeah, I'm talking price.
The 370 is going to be a lot more than the 350. 350s are really cheap right now. Yeah, I would definitely look.
I
into
mean,
the
honestly, if I were in a
350Z.
place with better weather, I would probably already have a better quote unquote.
But again,
car.
a Z car is a rear-wheel drive car.
You'd be fine.
Yeah.
Get some winter tires, swap out the
For
wheels.
real though, I still vote for the EcoBoost Mustang. But whatever, bro. It's the same engine as a Focus, isn't it? I don't know. Whatever. Let's move on.
Yeah.
So I wanna throw something out there that some news that happened recently, and I want to get your thoughts on it. So Modern Warfare 2 Remastered.
Hey. Yeah. It sounds dope.
What do you guys think about MW2 Remastered and the
I
directions that
think
they're
it's
going
not
with it?
confirmed.
Have you
What?
heard the news and everything that's coming?
I've heard all of the links, and I've also heard all of the bickering about it being not real or real. Like, nobody seems to really 100% know.
Did
yet,
you see
right?
the
Heard they're
Charlie
dropping
Intel
it.
post from 2 days ago?
No, but I heard on YouTube recently, like a day or two ago, that it's not going to have any multiplayer, which is bullshit.
So
I've also heard that.
So here's the thing. Charlie Intel posted an article like 2 days ago, and Charlie
Yeah.
Intel's they've been the people to go to for Call of Duty news forever. And
Right.
they're usually pretty they very rarely like fuck up, you know what I mean? And while it's not confirmed yet, it's pretty all the evidence kind of points towards it, you know what I mean? Charlie Intel basically posted an article, as well as another company, I can't remember who, posted an article saying they also got like some inside source, but somebody from Raven Software told they have like a source from Raven, saying that MW2 Remastered is real because there was a post that went up on like an Italy Amazon or something like that showed it was coming out. It was like $25 or something like that. And
I saw
everybody was
that.
like, what's going on? What's going on? So Charlie Intel said Raven confirms, or some guy from Raven confirms that MW2 Remastered is real, but it will not have multiplayer. And that it's a campaign-only game.
I don't even know if I believe that.
I don't know if I
Some
believe that
guy-
either, and that all the evidence like very clearly points towards it, and I get that, but at the same time, like, how fucking stupid do you have to be? Have you seen my
Yeah, I saw your video.
like how fucking stupid do you have
Dude.
to be to do that?
Yeah, I don't think they'd ever do that. I hope it happens. I really do.
You
Even
hope
if it
they
was
have no
campaign, I'd
multiplayer?
probably play it, but I'd be pissed if it was campaign, and I don't think they'll do that. I don't know if I believe that guy. I don't think we can believe much of anything we see.
But
I think the campaign, like Call of Duty was, I think that was one of the best stories in Call of Duty history.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just from the game itself, without thinking about multiplayer, if they sold that campaign for like $15, I might be into
it
it.
was listed for 25
Yeah, see, that's
Maybe.
a little too high for just campaign.
at like a
And
6-hour
still, man.
campaign.
And MW2, there's probably 2 games I have more play time on than MW2 multiplayer, and that was
I only
just
have
the
one.
best Call of Duty. ever.
Dude, see,
multiplayer-wise.
my thing is like, if you're not gonna have multiplayer in the game, don't make it. Like, just don't ruin this game.
I wonder if you added up the hours people have played in multiplayer versus the hours people have played in campaign, what those two numbers would look like.
Holy shit, dude.
My COD
Holy
4
shit.
numbers back in the day would probably look close because I spent so much time trying to beat the COD 4 campaign on veteran.
Yeah, I'm sure there's
like
people
a lot
out
of
there,
time.
probably people that don't have live and stuff that play a lot
Yeah.
of campaign. Like, I'm
People
sure
don't
it
make
happens out there, but I bet if you compare the two numbers, Activision makes all of their money on multiplayer.
Oh
and
yeah,
there's no
like Call of
reason-
Duty is 100% a multiplayer game. The campaign's there, but again, it's like a 4 to 5, 6 hour campaign. Like it's not
Yeah.
something you buy the game for specifically.
Right.
I mean, some people do. There's some people out there. They're obviously, but
Achievement hunters or something.
yeah.
you know?
But for the most part, Call of Duty's not a game you buy for the story mode. And my
Right.
whole thing was like, I always thought if they remastered the game that they were only going to do multiplayer because they have no Russian, that level no Russian in
that's
MW2
true.
that is still
True.
talked about as one of the most controversial video game levels, like to this
I don't really
day.
know why.
So I
true.
always thought like they're just gonna leave the campaign out and only give us multiplayer. So now that if
Nope.
we only get campaign, then
Yeah,
I
like,
wonder
are
if they'll
they?
remake that level.
Yeah, are they gonna leave the level out? Because like if you actually played the campaign, it's a pretty crucial part of the story.
Especially in this like political climate.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It's not. It's. It just doesn't seem like it seems too dumb to be true. You know, it coming out in April seemed too good to be true, and this
Yeah.
just seems too dumb to be true.
I don't think it's true. I think if it was actually coming out in like a month or two or whatever, like you would have heard way more. It's not gonna happen. I hope it does happen one day, but it's not gonna happen like right around the corner. Everybody's just hyped because they're tired of World War II and they want something new.
Yeah. I really hope they don't pull any bullshit with this game.
True.
Don't fuck up
Oh, but
this
they
game.
will. I mean, it's Activision. Are you
Yeah,
fucking
but all
kidding?
you need to do is do the same thing that you did with MWR, and I'm happy. That's it. That's all you gotta do.
True.
I mean,
True.
it's really hard to fuck up that game for me.
Yeah, because
Like-
that game was so fun.
improve the graphics.
I'm gonna get
Oh,
mad at the
nice.
game if they made it, but I got mad at MWR just like I got mad at COD 4. Either way, I'm like level 200 something. It's like my second most played COD, and I have a ton of fun on that game. Like, I don't know, man. They can't fuck it up. They can't fuck it up. But
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
I'll probably buy it, and then probably never play it for the rest of the year like I did World War II.
Yeah, I mean it's MW2 though. You played MWR.
I played MWR pretty much all year. You're right.
Yeah.
I've been fading away from COD for the last 3 years.
I'm gonna
I
play MW2
really-
if MW2 Remastered ever comes out with a multiplayer.
Yeah,
like,
right.
It's
right.
fucked up that I have to
just-
like specify
For
that.
me,
but
I don't think I can capture that same nostalgia as when I was 13 or whatever.
Nah,
from
you
Only
can't.
RuneScape can do that.
not even.
Eh,
But
You're right. You're right.
nothing's gonna capture that. But it's still like. It makes the game more tolerable, in my opinion. I feel like it makes it more fun. That's what made MWR more fun. So much
Yeah.
fun for me because it's like, dude, the M16 still fucking lasered you. You still had Juggernaut. It still had Frag Time
Frag Time
3.
You
didn't have
It
to
still
relearn
had
the
Last
maps?
Stand. Like that
Same
game
maps?
is fucking bullshit. But I
The maps
love
were the
it.
biggest thing. Like just going back into that world of COD 4 and like seeing all those maps all over again and getting to play them. That was the coolest thing I thought.
Hmm.
for sure. I just think there's a difference between like nostalgia, like and doing something for nostalgia, and just like living in the past. And I don't know. I feel like I've kind of moved on from like the Call of Duty part of my life, at least.
All I'm saying is if they drop MW2 with multiplayer, I'm playing the fuck out of it. Like
Probably will too.
I am playing the fuck out of that game, and I'm making Tiers 3. And like,
Yeah.
there's no other option, dude. That's it.
Y'all heard it here first. Tiers 3 confirmed.
Yep, 100%, 100%. So I got another topic.
Cool.
If nobody else wants to throw out anything, so it's another gaming related thing, but
Okay.
this one is about Fortnite, all right, and the growing pro scene in Fortnite.
Yo,
What,
my dude Ninja.
what do you think about the pro scene in Fortnite? So like FaZe just picked up a team, right? And
Okay.
I would like to point out like this one video. If I think I told you, Nick, but Lane, if you haven't seen it, there's a video posted by FaZe Dirty, who's just one of the snipers, but he's playing with Jev, Replays, and Jinx, which are just more like snipers from FaZe. Right. But he's playing Fortnite with them, and they get into a scrim game. So there's a bunch of pro teams in the game. FaZe is one of the teams, like the FaZe Pro team. That's the whole point of the video. They killed the FaZe Pro team. It's like, we killed the FaZe Pro Fortnite team. You know, the whole title, just get a bunch of views. But the second, like, I mean, these dudes are insane. I first of all want to note that they knocked down the castle in Tilted Towers in a pro scrim game. they just completely demolished it in a pro scrim before they realized that it was a pro like scrim game. But the second they saw the FaZe team, like the second they shot at them, all of them were running in a pack. Second they shot, a million walls just went up, dude. Like, it was the most insane sight I've ever seen. It was ridiculous. But I just like I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's
so as
a
far
weird
as like
game.
competitive scenes, like in Fortnite, how is it done? Do they have like a format set up for that shit? Because 100 people spawning in, 4 people a team, you have literally 25 teams. Like, how do you handle that in a bracket style? Like, I think
they
know
would
how you're
just
gonna
do it how far you live, and also, well, not how far you live. I think it goes by kills, honestly.
How do they do it in H1 and PUBG?
Right.
I know they've had like a couple invitationals and shit on Fortnite. Yeah. Like, they've done a couple things already, but like nothing. There's not like a solid pro scene set in place, like eSports thing set in place at the moment that I know of.
There's no competitive rules. I'd be interested to see more about it when there's actually competitive rules, because there's some incredible players on the game. There's people that are like obviously showcasing the skill curve of this game, and like, it's insane how good you can get at Fortnite. Yeah. It's very competitive, and it should be in a competitive setting, but I hope they do it right, because I could just see like 100 people spawning into that map, and like, how are you going to get the competitiveness out of that? How is the best person always going to win? Like, I don't know how that'll work.
The biggest thing for me is the RNG in the game.
True.
I feel like it's just like how can you leave up like whether or not a team's gonna do good or not on.
But I mean, even with the RNG,
luck.
You have people with like Ninja that put up 21 win streaks, right? Like, even through the RNG, skill shines through. Think of all the RNG in COD, right?
It does, but like Ninja's playing pubs against I mean, they're all
scrubs. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah. Whereas like in a competitive setting, you know, if you're a team that got shit loot going up against another pro team that got good loot,
it's gonna shine through a lot more, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, you can dig yourself out of that hole. There, like, you obviously can, but it's just like that seems really unbalanced to me.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I think it's a tough thing to accomplish, just the esport in Fortnite in general.
Right. It's
or
not
battle
a game
royales.
that is easily suited.
I think it'd
to
be
it, but
super fun to watch, though.
It would. Yeah.
It would be so much fun to watch, dude. Like,
it's a competitive game that deserves it, but I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, just the building alone.
To fucking watch.
Yeah, I would love to see some shit. I would love to see like a dude. It would be so cool. But I just the RNG thing, and just I don't know, man. It just seems like it'd be a really hard game to make happen. At least a very big pro scene. It is competitive scene.
But you never know.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, I don't know how they do it with H1 or PUBG, but probably
I have no clue.
Probably gonna do something similar, I guess. I don't.
Yeah, more than likely they'll base it off of that. But for right now, Fortnite can just be the biggest game on Twitch.
It's the
on
biggest
Earth.
thing right now. Yeah.
Period.
It's massive, dude. I mean, everybody's. Are you seeing all these like celebrities coming out and playing the game? Like,
I was present during the Drake stream, my friend.
Yeah, but there's more than just Drake. Like there's plenty of people coming out and just like
a lot of the like up and coming rappers are all getting into it. Like Post Malone, X, all those guys. They're all into it. So
I think some people are just trying to hop on a bandwagon, but for the most part, like I think everybody just fucking loves this game right now.
I mean, Epic did a great job. It's a well-designed game.
Yeah, and they make me want to spend a ton of money on it, and fuck them for that. But other than that,
well done.
It's a really good game, and I'm excited to see what they do with the pro team. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna go. You guys got anything to add?
no, I'll keep playing Fortnite. It's a fun game. I'll follow it.
All right,
Yeah.
so I think I wanna touch on one more thing, if that's okay with you guys. Just
Fair enough.
kind of a weird thing, real quick. So have you ever heard of any of like the weird dark fan theories for like old Cartoon Network shows and stuff like that? Cartoons.
Fan theories.
No.
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 I can see you don't
We're
want me
not
to
going to do
dive.
conspiracy talk.
Yes,
on
I
this
see you don't want me to
podcast,
dive deep
man.
into this, but I want to just bring one up, just because Nick has shown a lot of Ed Netty stuff in Discord, lately. He appreciates Ed Netty, and I was wondering if you ever heard the theory that they were dead.
That they were
Is this
dead.
like some Sixth Sense shit?
It's like weird. It's some weird theory, and it's apparently some super popular theory. I heard it pretty recently. But they're like, you never see the parents. They're stuck in purgatory. And that's the cul-de-sac. That's why you never really see them leave that setting. I mean, I know there's episodes where they go to school and shit, and I guess like you see them at the
later on.
Yeah. But it's like very rare. For the most part, they're stuck in like the cul-de-sac. They never leave that area. There's no parents. You never you never like hear anyone like call for the kid, tell like the dinner's ready or some shit. You know what I mean? And they're like a lot of people say their tongues are like fucking like they got that green tint to it. Like like when like a zombie's dead, like in all this show. I don't know. It's apparently a really big theory. I was just wondering if you've ever heard of it.
I haven't heard of that, but please don't ruin my favorite childhood TV.
Right.
It is my favorite childhood TV show, and I mean they might all be dead, which is weird.
Or maybe it's just a cartoon.
Maybe it is just a cartoon, man. I mean I don't know. The world may never know, but
I guess.
Yeah, I guess you're right. The world will never know.
Yep, it's over, and that's sad. But I mean, that's all I had to add. I just wanted to know if Nick ever heard that one before.
All right, so bringing that up, I actually thought of something.
What you
I have
got?
a question. What would you guys say is your top 3 cartoons of all time?
Ed and Eddie's definitely up there. It was definitely my favorite as a kid, dude. Like,
Yeah.
Do these have to be childhood cartoons?
Like
or
what-
they
that
can
we
be, like,
watched
cartoon.
when
any
car-
cartoon? Okay.
So like they could be your favorites. Like that's how you can rank them. Your favorites, or maybe what you.
dude,
think
there's
are
so many good cartoons out there. I'm a huge fan
I know,
of the Jetsons.
Get 3.
I'm a huge fan of the Jetsons, bro. I love the Jetsons. Shit, dude. Man, that's a hard one. Top 3 cartoons.
I got 2 of my 3. I'm thinking for my last one. Trying to.
Yeah,
Top
I think
Cat was good. Like
no.
shit, bro. I'm gonna go with Ed Netty, Jetsons, and I don't know.
That's only 2.
I know.
Dude, since you gave 2, I'll give my 2. Shit. My number 1 has to be SpongeBob. I watched.
How did I
every
forget about SpongeBob,
episode.
dude? I gotta go with SpongeBob.
SpongeBob's my number 1.
Yeah.
Has to be.
Shit, Fairly
Number
Odd
2
Parents
is
is up
South
there,
Park
too.
for me because I've watched
There's
so
that.
much South Park.
I was
in my
thinking more
life.
kids show, but yeah.
That's
I mean,
why I
that is
asked.
That is a cartoon. Yeah, I do
why I
realize
asked.
that. Yeah.
Okay. So
South
South Park,
really good.
SpongeBob.
South Park, SpongeBob.
Dude, I mean, those are 2 solid ones.
I watched a lot of Courage the Cowardly
Courage the
Dog.
Cowardly Dog is super good. Yes, Johnny
That was one of
Bravo
my
is the man.
faves.
I saw something super dope on Facebook last night or 2 nights ago. Regarding Courage, like all of those creatures that he would encounter in each episode.
They were
like,
dead.
really
I'm just kidding.
key ones. They were dead. No, like I saw it was a big album on Facebook of just some guy who like painted or did some kind of art with like
I feel
all
like
of
I've
those.
seen something like that.
Yeah, and they put their own spin to it, so it was like super. I mean, Courage is a kind of a dark show anyway, but like, it was really cool. I can't explain it because I briefly looked through it, but it was really cool.
Very Odd Parents.
Fairly Odd Parents,
yeah.
yes, is super, super, super solid.
Yeah.
Dude, there's just too many good cartoons out there to. What are yours, Nick?
Yeah. All right.
Right?
So, number 1 is actually probably gonna surprise you guys, but I have to go with Scooby Doo for number 1.
Like the original
thought-
Scooby Doo?
That's not surprising. That's a great
Like
cartoon.
Scooby Doo, Where Are You?
Okay, yeah, that's a solid choice.
Specifically, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Um,
solid choice.
All
Yeah,
right,
for
and
sure.
actually, for my second one, I'm torn between 2, and I'm not gonna include both of them. Hang on.
Because you already have a third lined up.
I do. That's why I only want to pick one of these.
Why would your second one not slide down to third? Why would the second jump to fourth?
Because I want to throw a quote-unquote classic in there, but I also want to throw something else in there too.
I see you.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with Tom and Jerry for number 2. I actually have right here. I have a volume collection.
There was a dark theory on Tom and Jerry as well.
No, stop. What's your last cartoon?
Fuck off. Never ruined Tom and Jerry for me.
I don't remember
They
it.
hated each other. They loved each other. I don't care what the theory is. It was super entertaining. The music is amazing. It was mildly racist, or maybe aggressively racist, but that was for...
I don't remember that. I watched it as a kid and didn't know what racism was.
Yeah, I don't remember a
And
ton
I'm
of
talking
racism.
the original Tom and Jerry, not that bullshit, like, redrawn and remade.
Yeah, I know what you're talking,
For sure.
Yeah, the original Tom and Jerry. And I guess just based on what I've said earlier, I have to go with Ed, and Eddie. And honorable mention Looney Tunes.
Dude. Yeah, I miss those shows.
Yeah.
So much.
Cartoons aren't any good anymore.
Blu-ray and just...
Dude, I mean, I haven't watched cartoons in a while, like any of the new modern cartoons that, like, what do kids watch? SpongeBob's still a thing, right?
I mean, the one show you might recognize that was, like, getting to be big as we got old was Phineas and Ferb.
Phineas and Ferb was solid.
I wasn't a fan, and I'm still not. Sorry.
It wasn't like a top
Get mad
5
at
of all.
me.
Is it still on?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Still going?
Still making episodes?
Pretty sure.
Another one that was like up and coming right when I was getting out of that. I mean, I was probably a little older for that. Was The Amazing World of Gumball or whatever.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
I don't know if that's still going. I think that was on Cartoon Network.
I heard of that though.
Oh, I can't believe the Clone Wars. That's one of my favorite cartoons. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, sure.
100%. Yeah.
One of my favorite.
Rebels
Actually, this is.
too.
You guys might laugh at this, but one of my favorite shows when I was like in elementary school, every time I would like be sick and stay home, I would always look forward to watching Baby Looney Tunes, and
I remember that.
It was like the Young Scooby Doo one too, with like I can't remember what that one was.
Forever
Who was the
ago. I was
Martian?
really young.
Fuck. Who's the
What?
Martian? Who was the Martian?
On Looney Tunes?
Yeah, and he had his own show.
Oh, I don't know.
I can't remember. I don't.
Like, what's his name?
Yeah, I don't want to waste too much time on it. I can't remember. It's bothering me, but it's cool, man. Don't worry about it. I didn't bring it up.
So we've each listed
Never
about
happened.
5 or
We've
5 or
listed too many
18,
cartoons.
different shows.
Not 3, like 3,000.
Cartoons will live on
Right.
in here forever.
Dude, 100%.
Cartoons are-
I'm kind of curious as to what people are watching now, so I might watch a few things. Find something new, a name I don't recognize, and see what it's
Good
like.
luck,
Probably
dude.
not good.
A lot. I've seen a few cartoons here and there, just like in passing, random TVs. They're just not funny.
I
What
think
made
Disney's
old
probably going to make another animated Star Wars series at some point, so I'll probably watch that.
What made old cartoons like SpongeBob so great was that there was something for the parents to get out of them as well. Like it was clean
yeah.
television for the kid, but then there'd be like innuendos on every corner of
Yeah.
SpongeBob
Oh, yeah.
where the adult could get a
I
laugh
just
out of
remembered
it
the
as
dark
well.
theory for SpongeBob.
No, shut up. How
Actually, I
long
wanna
has
hear
this
this
podcast
one. I'm not
gone,
gonna lie.
good sir?
I haven't. I don't remember it exactly, but it was Bikini Bottom. It was called Bikini Bottom because there was. Lane just turned his camera off. It was called Bikini Bottom because there's a real place called Bikini something. I can't remember what it was. But it was like the first place that nuclear bombs were tested or something like that. So it said that all of these fish can fucking talk to each other because there's so much fucking radiation in the water. And they're just some like spawn of some nuclear
here's a crazy
experiments.
conspiracy. It was a cartoon about talking fish.
Yeah,
And they can
yeah.
do
I
whatever
mean,
the
it
fuck they
was.
want.
It was.
in a
It was.
cartoon.
But it could also just be like, yeah, it was. Man, I don't know, bro. Don't blame me. Blame Screen Rant, all right? Because they're the ones
Okay.
that pump these into my head, and I'm like, whoa, that's like mildly
Plausible.
fascinating. Like,
Plausible.
Lane, what are you doing down there? You don't have anything down there.
I have fuck all, dude. It's so
Actually-
bad. Come No Shave November, man, it's bad.
Yeah. But yo, back to SpongeBob for a minute. I just want to thank the creator for giving us all these great memes in 2018.
True.
Yeah,
Like,
the show is still
SpongeBob
relevant because of
is
memes.
meme culture.
Like,
Did you ever see that dude who did the voice for SpongeBob and him like
Yeah.
do the
Mhm.
laugh and stuff? That's crazy.
Dude, yeah, that's interesting.
man's
For sure.
insane. bro.
Interesting to say the least.
Interesting.
Super interesting. So yeah, is that about it? All we want to say for
Yeah.
this week?
I think we hit a lot of.
I wanted to
lot of
say
top-
also, Lane, I like your shirt.
dude, fuck yeah, teenage bullshit. You know where it's from?
I have no idea. I just
Rockhampton, dude. Rockhampton. Fuck yeah, dude.
most overrated boy band ever.
Congratulations.
Not ever. I'm just kidding.
Not at all. Best boy band ever.
Best boy band ever.
Listen to
NSYNC,
Brockhampton,
bro.
I was about to throw that out there, you know? Like,
Dude, when I was 2 years old, I had straight up I had like marionettes and shit of NSYNC.
do you know how much I freaked out during the Super Bowl halftime show this year?
JT, dude. I wasn't a big fan of the songs he played. Well, he played some of his big ones, but I don't like the country direction he's going in. But I like him as a singer though. He's dope.
All right. Save it for next episode, guys.
Yeah, maybe I'll throw out a Justin Timberlake song next week. The world might never know. All right, might bring sexy back. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's about it for this week. So yeah, we're all wrapped up. We can do our synchronized bye if you would like to, and we will have outro music provided by Lane, which actually might be starting to play right now because it's a lot longer than normal, and I might want to fit the whole song. So you might be able to like hear it kind of in the background right now, and it's gonna play into the outro. But I think we should just do our little synchronized goodbye, and and then see you guys next week. So. You guys ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
All right,
Sure.
Nick, you count us down this week.
All right. On go. 3,
On go.
2, 1, go.
Goodbye.
Lights off, carry me, na 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 na.